Somebody's hearing me there?
Yes, yes, please. Thank you so much. I can hear you right now. Thank you.
Okay, great. Our leader, Olivia Ndatimana, we can't hear you. I think you've mute your microphone. You have to unmute it.
I'm Alexander Chigodo from Zimbabwe. Can you all hear me? Good afternoon, good evening.
Good afternoon, welcome.
Can you all hear me?
Well, somebody's talking here. That is definitely Olivia in that manner, but unfortunately, it seems that your network is not picking up. So I don't know whether, well, Doris Yin has already mentioned that she hears me. So I don't know whether others are hearing me too. Is Mazi Victor, are you there?
Hello, dear Mr. Olivia. You are here already. I admit you. It looks like you dropped a line. So can you hear me?
Hello, you can hear me? Hello?
I hear you, but it's a lot of echo sound. Yeah, right now we are live on the YouTube already. So if Mr. Olivia cannot host, so how about our host? We can start. Okay. Yes, I hear you.
Hello,
but
hello.
Hello,
your
welcome.
line is
Hello,
not
you can
stable.
hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear
This
you.
is Olivia. You can hear me, please?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. I have internet issue, but now it's sorted out. Okay.
All right.
We welcome to everyone.
Thank you. Welcome to you too.
Thank you. I think we're still sharing our link to our speakers. There is some of them are not yet coming in, but let's wait for 1 minute or 2 minutes before starting our conference. Thank you.
All right. Thank you too. Then we wait for like 1 minute, 2 minutes, as you just mentioned, before we start the conference.
Mr. Ionda and Victor, I think you are already there as our moderator. Victor Imanzi is there.
We haven't confirmed from him, but I am here. We're still waiting for Victor.
Victor not yet coming?
Not yet, I think. Let me write him.
Yeah, you can just remind him to get in our conference. Okay, thank you, Ms. Yonda. I think we can start our conference.
Okay. Here again, I have to present myself. I am Sheriff Abiola Inyanda, the Chief GCV Ambassador of Ivory Coast. Lately, I hone to be the Vice Director of Promotion GCV Global. Well, today it's our African GCV conference. And in this conference, we are going to discuss about the title of, Exchange and Market Ecosystem Update and Bilateral, Unilateral, Multilateral Trade Cooperation for Global Consortium's Value Success. So we are going to step by step give a few times to 5 to 10 minutes to each attendees here for them to express and to let us know what is their thought and what they can say why we mention of this this title. So first of all, before we start, I have to greet everyone here, especially our leaders, Doris, the global ambassadors, leaders, Doris, and all others that are coming maybe from other continents and also in Africa also. Before we start, I think we have to welcome our African leader, Olivia Ndatimana, who is also going to give his speech right now. So, Mr. Olivia Ndatimana, you have the mic.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Yonda Sheriff, for your great commitment to be our moderator today for GCV African Conference.
I'm here now.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, before I starting, I see Mr. Manzi. Manzi, you are welcome as our moderator today. Also, you are assist Mr. Yonda. You are welcome, Mr.
Welcome, Nazi. Welcome, Nazi.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm sorry, guys. I have been trying to join with the new link, but it's taking me back to the link I created first. So I'm really sorry about that, but thank God I'm here now. So I just want to use this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for coming here today on this great, wonderful occasion. So I appreciate everyone. So thank you very much. So please, you can go ahead. I'll take over from
Okay, thank you. Okay. Yeah, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone, where you are. My name is Olivia Ndatiman, a GCV African Ambassador and the Vice Director of Ecological Development International Trade. It's an honor to address you on this very special occasion as GCV African leaders. Allow me to begin by graduating Mr. Doris, our Grand Global GCV Ambassador and the founder. And allow me to graduate also all GCV core team members, all Chinese merchant leaders, especially Mr. Daniel, the Director of Ecological International Development Trade. Extend my gratitude to all ambassadors in Africa and beyond, like China, Indonesia, and the Philippines. Dear distinguished friends of GCV, the leaders of various committees worldwide, and of course our esteemed audience who follow us live via YouTube and Zoom, I wish to welcome you all in this special, our GCV African Conference. Thank you so much for the attendance. You are welcome to our GCV African Conference. Thank you so much.
Okay, Mr. Olivia, thank you very much for this wonderful welcome message. Now that we have got the wonderful welcome message from Mr. Olivia Ndatimana, now we are going to proceed with the guidelines for each setup. As we mentioned, each one is having almost, let me say, from 5 to 10 minutes on his speech. So the next one now that we're going to call, unless somebody wants to say something, the next one that we're going to call now is Mr. Olivia Ndatimana. Is Mr. Danny Chen, the Director of Ecological Development International Trade from China. So, sir, if you're here, the mic is on for you. Is Mr. Danny around? Mr. Danny Chen, are you there?
What's that?
He's here. Yeah, he's here.
Okay, good. You're welcome, sir. The mic is on for you. If someone can, perhaps someone can, yeah.
尤老师，你翻译一下。
Okay. Actually, I introduced him and his translator, Miss New, already. So when he read his speech, the translator will do the translation to English. So actually, he is the second one. I'll be the first one. So what's your question, Mr. Yolanda? What's your question?
Yeah, the question was, the mic is on for him because he has his own speech that that has to be read up right now. So right now, as you just said right now, that he has to make some translations, and you can be the first one to, to start with the conference right now.
Yeah.
So the mic is on for you.
Right. Okay. So actually, I'm the first one. Then he will be the second one. The third one is Ali, Mr. Ali from Arab community.
Okay. Good. Let's go.
So, okay, it's my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn. It's your turn.
I'm waiting you introduce me. Okay, thank you anyway. Thank you so much. Okay, this is the style from you. Okay, so esteemed Global GCV Ambassador, Mr. Olivia Dadimana, distinguished co-host, Mr. Abuna, Sheriff Yanda, Mr. Victor Menzi, and esteemed guest speakers, along with all global GCV committee leaders and pioneers participating in today's conference. I extend my sincere greetings from Toronto, Canada. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. After the recent success of the Philippine Global Conference last Saturday, I'm excited to take part in the Africa GCV Conference. This is made possible through the collaborative efforts of the 35-country GCV ambassadors and leaders of United GCV Africa. I'm looking forward to the presentation from the various African regions, which will focus on their community GCV education and ecosystem development. With a total of 54 countries, the African continent represents the largest community supporting GCV. Additionally, 10 African countries speak Arabic, thereby integrating the North Africa community into our Arabic community. I commend Mr. Oliver's diligent effort, which have yielded a well-organized African community. Today, the Central African, Western African, Southern African, and East African GCV ambassadors will deliver speech. It is our collective responsibilities to support the education and ecosystem development in the diverse countries of our respective regions. Today, our topic is ecosystem development and international trade to support GCV. As I know, African community has been active in pursuing cross-border barter partial PI and partial fiat with Chinese merchants or other countries' merchants. This is a great idea, and I believe this is very important after open mandate. However, during enclosed mandate, the cross-border trade needs to meet some qualifications and conditions. The condition is fiat can cover the product cost and shipping and tax and tariffs. An importer can have enough fiat to make the payment. So the importer should consider if the total cost of each product is lower than the local fiat market price of the same kind of product. Only in this way, the importer can earn a little profit. As for the exporter, you need to consider if the partial fiat can cover your cost, since the total amount will be big when you need shipping and taxes. So you need to make sure you can get enough fiat for your cost. Due to the constraints, it is imperative to identify products that confer a competitive advantage. The establishment of bilateral or multilateral cooperation will significantly enhance the influence of GCV, fostering a bright future for PI as international settlement currency. As integral member of the GCV community, Mr. Daniel served as director of the International Trade Committee, while Mr. Oliver holds the position of vice director. It is hoped that both parties can effectively collaborate. Upon receipt of products with partial PI payment, it is encouraged to reserve some items for local barter. The local barter system permits the use of partial fiat and partial PI payment. A rigid 50% PI payment is not mandated. As different industries yield varying profit margins, products in certain industries may incur high costs with only 10% profit margin. Therefore, a diversified PI payment rate should be accommodated if it is advantageous. Upon establishing a robust business relationship, parties can facilitate cross-border transactions. For instance, it is possible to capitalize on local competitive advantage product, such as gold in Africa, and establish exports to other countries using partial payment in PI and fiat. In certain African nations, the price of gold is notably competitive, making it an attractive option. To illustrate, a Chinese merchant has the potential to engage in gold imports using partial PI and partial fiat. Furthermore, if the gold exporter identifies the requisite product in China, they can reciprocally import items such as electronics device, garment, furniture, cosmetic, and more. Therefore, thorough market research and identification of suitable import or export business partners are imperative. In the event of lacking import or export experience, it is advisable to seek professional assistance. Given the significant amount and heightened risk involved in cross-border transaction, it is imperative for Africa's GCV leaders to exercise the utmost caution. The emphasis on the pivotal role of local GCV barter highlights the necessity of prioritizing the development of local education and ecosystem. Given the intricate nature of cross-border barter, it is strongly recommended that the entire African community concentrate on the development of a local ecosystem and education. This recommendation is rooted in the reality that not all members of our GCV community have established a relationship with import or export companies. Moreover, should such business relationships be attainable, the associated fiat costs are expected to be high due to the requirement of containerized shipping for cross-border transactions, which typically necessitate significant quantities. As a result, disparities in capabilities, particularly in terms of funding requirement, are evident. It is anticipated that the core team will be successfully open-managed by the end of the year, which only have 4 months left. The process of bilateral or multilateral trade is projected to take approximately 6 months from research and communication to shipping and delivery. Consequently, it is highly likely that a cross-border mechanism will be established to facilitate the post-open-managed ecosystem. Considering this, it is imperative to consider the role of our GCV ambassadors. It is strongly recommended that our GCV ambassadors actively support local business development by engaging with the PI network and offering them the options to accept partial PI payment, providing a valuable service to our pioneer community. They can select a PI payment ratio ranging from 10% to 90%. Through the promotion of their product or service, they will be able to attract a larger customer basis, thereby contributing to the establishment of a robust ecosystem. Subsequently, post-open-managed transition to full PI payment by this local business will serve to enhance the overall security of open-managed. Each country's community necessitates the presence of at least 3 GCV ambassadors, comprising the chief ambassador, education ambassador, and ecosystem development ambassador. Their pivotal responsibility is to support education and ecosystem development endeavor of the various provinces or states within their respective countries. It is imperative that GCV ambassadors utilize their influence for the betterment of GCV community, abstaining from personal gain or seeking fame. The core team bears the responsibility of publicity, revoking the title of any ambassador who exploits their positions for personal benefit. Furthermore, I urge all GCV ambassadors to concentrate on identifying fresh talents and potential leaders within the community. We should endeavor to create opportunities for new and talented individuals, perpetually maintaining a positive and supportive demeanor. It is utmost importance to dispel sentiment of avarice, envy, and animosity, and instead direct our efforts toward uplifting and motivating one another to assume leadership roles. Our primary objective should be to contribute to GCV's success. By conclusion of this year, it is also pertinent to refrain from exerting excessive control over GCV management at the country or provincial level, allowing this community to develop autonomously. I strongly encourage all African country GCV ambassadors to engage in collaboration rather than seeking to control. It is evident that our African GCV community is highly active, with many country communities leading the global GCV movement. I express my sincere gratitude for your exceptional contributions and achievement. I'm confident that all united GCV ambassadors will capably assume the responsibility for the success grand open-managed at the year end. Subsequently, Africa is poised to become a significant player in bilateral and multilateral trade with PI payment. Thank you so much, and may you be blessed. Doris in Global GCV Movement founder. And disclaimer, please be advised that the preceding content intended solely for PI network community education and does not constitute a financial or investing advice. I do not represent PI network core team or any affiliate institutions or business. Thank you. Get back to you, our co-host. Thank you.
Wow, 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 wow,
All right.
wow. That is wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Our grand ambassador, Miss Doris Yin. Mazi, you want to say something?
Yes, thank you very much. I think, first of all, I want to thank our grand ambassador, Miss Doris Yin, for that wonderful and passionate and enlightening speech, to encourage all the pioneers, not just in Africa, but all around the world, because we are almost at the level of our struggle. But I think we are omitting something here. I think Mr. Daniel, the Director of Ecological Development and International Trade China, is supposed to speak, and our Grand Commander, Ms. Doris Yin, then will help us to translate to English. And also, I would like us to also carry our French community along. So, Mr. Abiola, I don't know if you can do a little bit of interpretation to our French community so that they too can also be fed, carried along, so that nobody will be left behind, if you may. I don't know if you can. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Mazi. Though translating, or let me say, maybe summarizing every speech here into French for the French, let me say, French viewers, attendees, to understand what we are up here to do. I don't know if this will not take much of our time, because we don't have much time, and each ambassador is having at least 5 to 10 minutes speech, and this has been calculated. That is why the time is been chosen to be 2 hours. Conference. So
okay,
if that.
Okay, I got you. I got you right now. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I think what you need to do is to tell them in French to locate their CC, the caption on their devices, so that they can put it on, so that it can translate to French, so that they can be carried along. Because I noticed that most of them don't understand English, so I would like them to be carried along. So please, if you can do that, then before
is there any caption? Is there any caption in YouTube? On YouTube, is there caption on YouTube?
No, not YouTube. I mean on the Zoom. On the Zoom.
Okay, the French ear on the Zoom, right?
Yes, that's CC. Right. That place they wrote caption. Just let them just put it on so that they can understand the.
Ok. Bonjour encore à tous. Je pense que on a déjà des frères ici, des ambassadeurs qui sont du pays francophone, bien sûr. Je suis Chérif Fabiola Yanda, l'ambassadeur GCV Network Côte d'Ivoire. Alors, ce qu'on essaie de vous expliquer ici, c'est quoi? C'est que vous devriez en quelque sorte aussi suivre ce que nous sommes en train de dire ici en anglais, qui est certainement un peu difficile pour certains parmi vous de véritablement comprendre ce qu'on a en train de dire. Mais déjà, dans la partie plus, OK, dans la partie plus ici, vous pouvez déjà essayer de regarder la partie caption là, voilà, pour que vous puissiez en quelque sorte pouvoir, je vais dire, avoir la version française de ce que nous sommes en train de dire ici en anglais. Donc, voilà un peu ce qu'on est en train de vouloir vous faire comprendre. Je me demande, pour ceux qui s'y maîtrisent, je vais dire, l'interface Zoom, vous pouvez déjà cliquer. Where, for example, please, where is that side where they have to click on that caption? I don't miss myself. I don't see it.
Okay. Just if you go through if you look at the downward part of your screen where there is speaker, video, participant, chat, reaction, share, or record, you will see caption. The place they wrote CC, that's double space. That is where you will see the caption. So they should just put it on, and that is it. It's also allowed in YouTube. They can pretty much do that on the YouTube, so that the thing can be translated to their preferred language. I think that is the best way to do it.
You mean exactly where they wrote application or plus?
No, CC. That is
CC.
C, Double C, yes, you will see it there. Okay. All right. So okay. So moving on. Yeah. So moving on. I will use this opportunity to call on Mr. Daniel, the director of ecological development and international trade, all the way from China. I think he should come on board and speak, so that our Grand Commander, Ms. Doris will help us to translate in the English. So, Mr. Daniel, all the way from China, the microphone is yours. Please feel free to unmute yourself to speak. Thank you very much, sir.
Hello, I just translate. So Daniel, 这是你的演讲，然后是刘女士哈，麻烦你就是翻译一下。So actually, Mr. Daniel has his own translator. So probably when he has some paragraph, then Miss Liu will translate in English. Okay, so let's start. Thank you. 可以开始了。
Okay, thank you so much.
听得清楚吗？
很清楚，可以的，请先讲吧。
好的。尊敬的非洲各国社区的GCV大使，尊敬的东方子莲女士，尊敬的奥利维尔·安达先生，各位参加会议的女士们、先生们，大家好！祝贺GCV非洲会议的召开，我很荣幸受奥利维尔·安达先生特别的邀请参加这次会议。今天我发言的题目是精诚团结，跨越山海，中非国际贸易生态发展正在迎来一个崭新的局面。刘老师，
我在。
你翻译这一段。
Okay. Respected GCV ambassadors from African communities, respected Mr. Oriental Purple Letters, respect Mr. Oliver Lender, ladies and gentlemen attending the conference, hello everyone. Congratulations on the convening of the GCV African Conference. I'm honored to have been specially invited by Mr. Oliver Ender to attend this conference. The topic of my speech today is Sincere Unity Crossing Mountains and Seas.
Okay, thank you. 一、中非国际贸易的发展现状。近年来，随着非洲的牛油果、咖啡、橡胶等优质农品产品，以及中国制造的手机、新能源汽车、锂电池、光伏产品、起重机械和服装鞋帽等生活必需用品的相互流通，中非贸易的格局正在发生深刻的变化。中非贸易合作的跨越式发展，源于双方在共同利益基础上寻求利益共同的努力。这一合作模式不仅仅局限于传统的商品买卖，而是向生态系统的结构转变，主要注重在非洲数字化、网络化和智能化发展机遇中把握新动向。通过推动技术合作创新，中非贸易正在探索新的增长路径，促进双方在各个领域的深度融合。未来，中非贸易将更加注重可持续发展与生态平衡，推动资源的高效利用和环境保护，实现经济的绿色转型。随着数字经济的崛起，双方在信息技术、电子商务等领域的合作将进一步加深，为中非贸易注入新的活力。通过精诚团结和创新合作，中非国际贸易的生态 将迎来更加繁荣的明天。中国的全球价值链在国际贸易中与非洲国家的合作日益紧密，涵盖了其重要性及未来的发展方向。刘老师，可以翻译了。
Okay. The development of China-Africa international trade ecology is ushering in a new era. The development status of international trade between China and Africa in recent years, with the mutual circulation of high-quality agricultural products such as African avocados, coffee, rubber, as well as daily necessities such as Chinese-made mobile phones, new energy vehicles, lithium batteries, photovoltaic products, Korean parts, and clothing, shoes, and hats. The pattern of China-Africa trade is undergoing profound changes. The leapfrog development of China-Africa trade cooperation stems from the effort of both sides to seek mutual benefit and win-win results on basis of common interests. This cooperation model is not limited to traditional commodity buying and selling, but aims to transform the construction of ecosystems and focuses on seizing new trends in Africa's digital, networked, and intelligent development opportunities. By promoting technological cooperation and innovation, China-Africa trade is exploring new growth paths and promoting deep integrate between the two sides in various fields. In the future, China-Africa trade will pay more attention to sustainable development and ecological balance, promote efficient utilization of resources and environmental protection, and achieve green economic transformation. With the rise of the digital economy, cooperation between the two sides in areas such as information technology and e-commerce will further deepen, injecting new vitality into China-African trade. Through sincere unity and innovative cooperation, the ecology of China-Africa international trade will urge in a more prosperous tomorrow.
促进经济增长方面，投资与基础设施建设，中国的一带一路倡议为非洲国家带来了大量的投资，尤其是在基础建设方面。这些投资不仅改善了交通、能源和通信等领域的基础设施，也为非洲国家的经济发展注入了新的活力，创造就业机会。中国企业在非洲设立了工厂和办事处，直接创造了大量的就业机会。这不仅是提升了当地居民的生活水平，也促进了非洲国家的经济稳定与发展。资源互补，原材料供应，非洲丰富的自然资源如矿产和石油，为中国的快速工业化提供了必要的原材料。中国的需求推动了非洲资源的开发，形成了互利共赢的贸易关系。市场需求方面，随着非洲中产阶级的崛起，对中国的消费品、电子产品和基建设备的需求不断增加。这种市场需求的增长，为中国企业提供了新的商机，进一步深化了中非贸易关系。技术转移与能力建设，技术合作。中国企业在非洲的投资通常伴随着技术转移，这种技术转移不仅 提升了非洲国家的工业技术水平，也增强了其生产的能力。人力资源培训，中国在非洲开展的职业培训和教育合作，提升了当地劳动力的技能。这种能力的建设对于促进非洲经济的可持续发展至关重要。多边贸易的合作平台、区域性的合作机制，中国积极参与非洲的区域经济合作机制，如非洲联盟和东非共同体，推动区域内的贸易便利化和经济一体化。多边贸易协定通过与非洲国家签署自由贸易协定和经济合作协议，中国促进了区内外的贸易流动，降低了关税和非关税壁垒。这种多边合作为非洲国家的经济和发展提供了新的机遇。政治外交关系加强了双边关系。中国与非洲国家通过高层互访和多边会议建立了良好的双边关系，增强了政治互信和经济合作。国际影响力，中国在非洲经济合作提升了其在国际舞台上的影响力，增强了与其他大国的非洲的竞争力。应对全球挑战，可持续发展，中国与非洲在可持续发展目标的方面的合作，推动了绿色经济和可再生资源的发展。这种合作不仅有助于非洲应对气候变化，还促进了全球的可持续发展。疫情应对与公共卫生，在新冠疫情期间，中国向非洲国家提供了疫苗和医疗物资，体现了双方在公共卫生领域的合作支持。这种支持增强了非洲国家的抗疫能力，促进了公共卫生体系的建设。综上所述，中国全球价值链在国际贸易中对非洲国家的双边、单边和多边贸易合作具有重要的意义。它不仅促进了经济增长和资源互补，还推动了技术转移和能力建设，增强了政治与外交关系。随着全球经济形势的变化，未来的中非贸易合作将继续的深化，成为双方共同发展的重要动力。通过加强合作，中国与非洲国家可以共同应对未来的挑战，实现可持续发展的与繁荣。刘老师翻译。
好的。Future development of direction, investment in promoting economic growth and infrastructure construction. China's The Belt and Road Initiative has promoted African countries with a lot of investment, especially in infrastructure construction. These investments not only improve infrastructure in areas such as transportation, energy, and communication, but also inject new vitality into the economic development of African countries, create employment opportunities. Chinese companies setting up factories and offices in Africa have directly created a large number of job opportunities. This not only improves the living standards of local residents, but also promotes economic stability and development in African countries. Resources complementary. The abundant natural resources in Africa, such as minerals and oil, have provided necessary raw materials for China's rapid industrialization. China's demand has driven the development of resources in Africa, forming a mutually beneficial and a win-win trade relationship. With the rise of the African middle class, market demand for Chinese consumer goods electronic products and mechanical equipment continues to increase. The growth of this market demand has provided new business opportunities for Chinese enterprises and the future demand China-African trade relations. And third, technology transfer and capacity building technology cooperation. Chinese companies' investments in Africa are usually accompanied by technology transfer. This technology transfer not only enhances the industrial technology level of African countries, but also strengthens their production capacity. Human resources training China's cooperation in vocational training and education in Africa has provided the skills of local labor force. This kind of capacity building is crucial for promoting sustainable economic development in Africa. Regional cooperation mechanism of multilateral trade cooperation platform, China has actively participates in regional economic cooperation mechanisms in Africa, such as the African Union and the East African Community, to promote trade facilitation and economic integration within the region. Multilateral trade agreement. By signing free trade agreement and economic cooperation agreements with African countries, China has promoted trade circulation within the region and reduced and the long-term
Télécharger l'application. C'est le logo que j'ai. Il faut télécharger d'abord avant de participer.
你技术翻译谁的打开话筒？
Sorry about that. I've muted in.
刘老师，你说。
This multilateral cooperation provides new opportunities for the economic development of African countries. And fifth, strengthening political and diplomatic relations. China and African countries have established good bilateral relations through high-level visits and multilateral conferences, enhancing political mutual trust and economic cooperation. China's economic cooperation in Africa has enhanced its influence on the international stage and strengthened its competitiveness with other major countries in Africa. And sixth, responding to global challenges and promoting sustainable development, China and Africa's cooperation in the Sustainable Development Global GS has propelled the development of green economic and renewable energy. This cooperation not only helps Africa address climate changes, but also promotes global sustainable development. Epidemic response and public health during the COVID-19 epidemic, China provided vaccines and medical supplies to African countries, reflecting the cooperation and support of both sides in the field of public health. This support has enhanced the anti-epidemic capabilities of African countries and promote the construction of public health systems. In summary, China's global value chain holds significant importance for bilateral, unilateral, and multilateral trade cooperation among African countries in international trade. It not only promotes economic growth and resource complementarity, but also promotes technology transfer and capacity building.
完了吗，刘老师？
Yes.
我现在第二段我讲第二段，讲到1至5条的时候，你做翻译啊。这一段分2段，翻译就可以了。2，积极推动派网络 GCV 生态发展。鉴于前述中非合作关系的大好局面，作为派网络 GCV 国际生态发展总监，我认为目前推动 GCV 生态组织的机构和网络的发展是一个非常好的契机，但也是一个复杂而重要艰巨的任务。如何与 GCV 非洲各国社区和其他国家社区合作，打开一条新的国际贸易通道，建立 GCV 生态发展的国际贸易，我做如下的建议：一、明确 GCV 生态的愿景与使命，积极推进和宣传 GCV 生态的愿景与使命的传播。在与非洲和其他国家社区合作时，首先需要清晰的传播派网络发展 GCV 的愿景与使命，可以通过多语言的宣传教材、线上研讨会和社交媒体活动，让不同的地区参与了解 GCV 的核心价值和目标，增强他们的认同感。2、构建多元化的生态合作网络，与各国社区建立区域性的合作平台，针对不同地区的特点，建立区域性的合作平台，邀请当地的企业、政府机构和非政府组织参与，通过定期的交流活动，促进区域内的资源共享和经验交流，形成互利共赢的合作关系。3、加强知识分享与教育培训，因地制宜的制定适合本地区社区的培训项目，根据不同地区的需求，用各种形式开发本地化的社区培训项目，提供关于 Web 3.0 的区块链技术、GCV 生态及其应用的课程，可以与当地的学校和职业培训机构合作，培养专业的人才，提升参与者的技能和知识水平。4、推动实践与创新，支持本地的创新项目，设立专项基金，支持非洲等各国社区的创新项目，鼓励派先锋在当地开展 GCV 的实践活动，通过孵化器和加速器建立各国社区 GCV 国际贸易中心，帮助他们将创意转化为实践的商业模式。5、建立激励机制与评估体系，建立多元化的激励措施，根据不同地区的经济状况，设计多元化的激励措施，如提供技术支持、市场推广、资金资助等，确保参与者的贡献能够得到及时的认可和回报。刘老师翻译。
Okay. I'm sorry, just a moment.
Okay, please go ahead.
As the Director of National Ecological Development at PILAT GCV, I believe that promoting the development of GCV global consensus value, ecological organizations and networks is a complex and important task. How to collaborate with GCV communities in Africa and other countries. The specific strategies for establishing a GCV ecosystem to develop international trade are as follows. Firstly, clarify the vision and the mission of the GCV ecosystem. Actively promote and popularized the dissemination of the vision and mission of the GCV ecosystem. When collaborating with communities in Africa and other countries, the first step is to clearly communicate the vision and the mission of the network to develop GCV. Through multilingual promotional materials, online seminars, and social media activities, participants from different regions can understand the core values and goals of GCV and enhance their sense of identity. Secondly, build a diversified ecological cooperation network and establish regional cooperation platforms with communities in various countries based on the characteristics of different regions. Establish regional cooperation platforms and invite local enterprises, government agencies, and non-governmental organizations to participate. Through regular communication activities, promote resource sharing and experience exchange within the region and form a mutually beneficial and win-win cooperative relationship. Third, strengthen knowledge sharing and education training. Tailor training and programs to local communities and develop localized community training programs in various forms according to the needs of different regions. Provide courses on Web 3.0, blockchain technology, GCV, ecology, and their applications. We can collaborate with local schools and vocational training institutions to cultivate professional talents and enhance the skills and the knowledge level of participants. The fourth, promote practice and innovation to support the establishment of special funds for local innovation projects, support innovation projects in communities in Africa and other countries, and encourage pioneers to carry out GCV-based practical activities in the local area. Establish GCV international trade centers in various communities through incubators and accelerators to help them transform their ideas into practical business models. And fifth, establish incentive mechanisms and evaluation systems. Design diverse incentive measures based on the economic conditions of different regions, such as providing technical support, market promoting, financial support, and etc., to ensure that participants' contributions are recognized and rewarded in a timely manner.
6. 强化全球视野与本地的实践结合，设立区域性的分支机构，在非洲等各国设立 GCV 的地方分支机构，确保全球视野与本地的实践有效的结合。通过地方分支机构，及时了解当地市场需求，调整策略，推动 GCV 的落地实施。7. 倡导可持续性发展与社会责任，推动绿色项目在 GCV 的生态中积极倡导可持续发展的理念，鼓励派箱方在项目中融入环保和社会责任的考量，支持绿色技术和社会企业的发展，提高 GCV 生态的社会影响力。8. 建立反馈与迭代机制，定期的反馈机制，建立定期的反馈机制，收集来自不同地区 参与者的意见和建议，了解他们在市场过程中的挑战和需求，通过反馈不断优化 GCV 生态的发展策略，确保其适应不断变化的市场环境。通过以上策略，我们能够有效地与非洲各国的社区合作，推动 GCV 生态的国际贸易发展。派网络组网后才是项目发展的大好时机。作为派网络的各国社区生态大使，我们需要充分发挥自身的影响力，在组网之前吸收各方的力量，团结一切可以团结的人。我们不能自居老大，偏激打压不同的意见，要共建社区团队的力量，要共同构建一个开放、包容、创新的全球共识生态。让我们共同努力，为实现全球价值的互联、互通、互惠、共赢全球未来的局面而奋斗。刘老师翻译。
好的。Strengthen the integration of global perspectives and local practices, establish regional branches and set up local branches of GCV in countries such as in Africa and ensure effective integration of global perspectives and local practices. Through local branches, timely understanding of local market demand, adjusting strategies and promoting the implementation of GCV. And seventh, advocate for sustainable development and social responsibility to further promote green projects in the GCV ecosystem. We should actively advocate the concept of sustainable development and encourage pioneers to integrate environmental protection and social responsibility considerances into projects. Support the development of green technology and social enterprises and enhance the social impact of GCV ecology. And eighth, establish feedback and regular interaction mechanism regularly, establish a regular feedback mechanism to connect opinions and suggestions from participants from different regions and understand their challenges and needs in the implementation process. Continuously optimizing the development strategy of GCV ecosystem through feedback to ensure its adaptability to constantly changing market environment. Through the above strategies, we can effectively collaborate with communities in various African countries to promote the international trade development of the GCV ecosystem. As ambassadors of community ecology in various countries who promote the intellect, we need to fully leverage our influence, join forces with all parties, unite everyone who can be united, and take the lead and suppress other community teams with different opinions. We must work together to build an open, inclusive, and innovative global consensus ecosystem. Let's work together to achieve interconnectivity and mutual benefit of global values and strive for a win-win situation for the future of the world.
第三段 ，GCV 国际集团香港公司。我向各位隆重的介绍 GCV 国际集团香港公司。GCV 国际集团是 GCV 国际贸易委员会在中国香港 设立了正规的商业注册实体，旨在为各国 GCV 国际贸易中心和社区提供优质的中国商品出口服务和政策信息咨询，是中国商品贸易的一个新的交流平台，为中国产品出口海外铺路搭桥。我们的使命是建立一个高效的贸易桥梁，帮助 GCV 各国社区的商人更好地了解和获取中国市场的优质产品。我们提供全面的服务，包括市场调研、产品推荐、供应链的管理，以及中国海关、税务、国际物流、出口流程的咨询等，以确保我们客户能够安全顺利地进行跨国贸易，提供一个跨国贸易安全可靠的平台。我们期待与各国社区携手合作，共同开拓国际市场，实现互利共赢，积极地推进共识 GCV 的生态发展主网，实现全球人类共赢的未来。各位大使先生，你们有任何的问题或需要进一步的信息咨询，请随时与我的微信 CGCO8266 和电报 CGCO114 联系。希望这个说明能够有效地传达 GCV 国际集团的定位和目标。如果你们需要进一步的调整和添加具体的信息、友好的建议，请随时联系我。谢谢。GCV 国际大使、国际生态发展总监、GCV 国际贸易会主任、GCV 国际集团香港公司 CEO Daniel。2024年8月17日，中国杭州。Thank you。刘老师翻译。
Okay. And the third part, GCV International Group Hong Kong Corporation Limited. I would like to introduce GCV International Group Hong Kong to everyone. GCV International Group is a legitimate commercial registered entity established by the GCV International Trade Commission in Hong Kong, China, with the aim of providing high-quality Chinese commodity export services and policy information consulting to GCV International Trade Centers and communities in various countries. It is a new communication platform for China's commodity trade, paving the way for the export of Chinese products overseas. Our mission is to build an efficient trade bridge and help GCV community merchants from various countries better understand and access high-quality products in the Chinese market. We provide comprehensive services, including market research, product recommendations, supply chain management, as well as consultation on international logistics export processes for Chinese customs and taxation to ensure that our clients can safely and smoothly engage in cross-border trade. GCV International Group is committed to promoting business cooperation and exchange among countries, providing a secure and reliable platform for global merchants to engage in cross-border trade. We look forward to working together with communities from various countries to explore international markets and achieve mutual benefit and win-win outcomes. Actively promote the consensus GCV ecological development mainnet and achieve a win-win future for humans worldwide. Dear ambassadors, if you have any questions or need further information, please feel free to contact me on WeChat Daniel CGQ8266 and email Telegram at CGQ114. I hope this explanation can effectively convey the positioning and goals of GCV International Group. If you need further adjustments or specific information, please let me know without any bias or hearsay. And sincerely cooperate. Thank you. GCV International Ambassador, GCV International Ecological Development Director, GCV International Trade Commission Director, GCV International Group Hong Kong CEO Daniel, August 17, 2024, Hong Kong, China. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you,
All right,
very much.
thank you.
主持人，谢谢。
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Daniel, the Director of Ecological Development International Trade China. We really appreciate you for that wonderful speech and rendition. We, the global GCV and the African ambassadors, we are appreciative of the efforts the Chinese communities are putting in place to make GCV a reality. So we truly appreciate you. And of course, we will create an opportunity for people to bring across their question. So thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate you for honoring our invitation. God bless you, sir. So without wasting further time, I will use this opportunity to welcome our third speaker in the person of Alexander Tafia, all the way from Zimbabwe. So Mr. Alexander, I don't know if he's here. And also my co-host, Mr. Chief Abiola Yonda, I don't know if you have their speech. Can you identify if he is here or not? Please. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm here. I wonder if you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. You can go ahead. Mr. Alexander, you can go ahead.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Sadak. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everyone, depending on where you are. Mr. Chairman, permit me to start by recognizing and offer my special respects to the founders and developers of PIE Network, Drs. Nicholas Kokalis and Cheng Diao Fan, the entire PI core team, and our GCV pioneer, Ms. Doris Yen, Dan Chen, and all the GCV core team, including the global GCV leadership. Of course, to you, the host, our own Peter Natmana, and the PI core GCV African ambassador of all the 55 African countries. So far, I've managed to interact with 5 country managers out of the 10 SADC countries assigned to me, namely Eswatini, Botswana, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and South Africa, whose country managers have since joined my SADC PIGCV WhatsApp group. I hereby urge the following remaining country managers of Namibia, Angola, Mozambique, Malawi, Lesotho to contact me and join my SADC PIGCV WhatsApp group so that we can assist each other in developing our region. The respective GCV country managers can get my contact through our GCV United Managers WhatsApp group. Together, we will endeavor to make ourselves known as the PIGCV ambassadors. Through various social groups, we will spread information to outline our aims and objectives to as many current members of PI and the general citizens in our nations. One of our immediate focus would be to assist PI members on challenges they may be facing concerning PI mining application and make them appreciate what they stand to gain from PI network membership and accepting GCV 314,159 US dollars per coin. We'll work hard to assist them to complete the PI checklist, including the KYC, preferably before the 31st August 2024. During this enclosed network, we'll encourage the PI members to partake in P2P transactions and do better trade through the PI ecosystem apps at the GCV 314,159 at 100% or partially in fiat. If more PI members can pass KYC and have their PI migrated, PI network will be successful. So will the GCV agenda. The other very urgent and important assignment will be to work within our countries on the GCV ambassadors, country team structures to aid in the development of the PI GCV education, exchange and marketing with local and international measures to fully harness all the ecosystem markets. We will work hard to understand the legal challenges like regulatory taxation where applicable in dealing with PI coin as a currency within our countries. So we will be able to legally fully partake in local barter trade and cross-border businesses. Areas pertaining to border duties such as excise duty, tariffs, etc. of individual countries will also be looked into carefully to pave way for smoother PI GCV transactions. We will try to work with the established businesses in commerce and industry and the ordinary enterprises and appraise them to use PI coin at GCV value. We will also be encouraging various businesses, including online malls, to recognize PI GCV 314,159 at 100% or partial fiat, with a view to increasing the acceptance and circulation of PI coin within our region, especially at this moment before the open network. We will be part of our own Mall of Africa, which is presently under development, with the aim to harmonize sourcing of essential various commodities and products, and also to market our own finished commodities and products from to outside the region and beyond the continent, like the Chinese and Europe. Why we stand with the GCV? Allow me to emphasize in my view, one of the main reasons we as members and the world at large should continue supporting the GCV 314,159 pi per coin for the core team to approve and declare as a stable rate globally. I'll categorize PI network membership in two groups to simplify my narrative: minority bracket and majority bracket. Members who started mining PI coins at the beginning about 5 years ago are still, and those who are still mining coins could constitute the minority bracket in numerical terms, and are the ones holding the majority of mined PI coins individually in their wallets and globally. This resembles the BTC status, where the majority, if not most, BTC holders for Bitcoin coins are held by the few people who acquired Bitcoin coins when Bitcoin started, the few rich people who can afford to buy Bitcoin at the current rate price of 60,000 per Bitcoin plus. The second is the majority bracket, who started mining or resumed mining PI coins when the United PI GCV 314,59 forum was formed. The PI membership could also have increased after the 28th June 2024, when the PI core team started introducing progressive steps to speed up on the checklist, KYC completion, and migration of PI coin to member wallets, coupled with the recent improvements in the creating of the wallets. The majority bracket is the engine of global currency circulation. If the value of PI coin comes out higher, very high, like the GCV, the majority of people globally will become financially liberated and will contribute positively economically in economic terms for a long time. PI network is a community project. Hence, the value of PI coin must be high enough to enable the majority of the global community to attain a sustainable life and be able to use PI coin utility card every day, everywhere, anytime. Lastly, I want to thank Ms. Doris Yin and the global GCV core team for coming up with the implementation program of the global country structures to train and motivate PI members through GCV 314159. Considering most global members were registering on PI network through individual referrals without enough training about PI network, that left a lot of people with very little information or knowledge about PI. PI network of its objective and benefits to humanity. With the structures in place, all information and benefits of PI network will be available to many people. Also, undoubtedly, we should all feel grateful to be beneficials to the developers of PI network and core team for developing the PI network project, proving to be a game changer in the global digital industry. Each stage has been carefully planned, executed, resulting in a robust blockchain with a strong network of nodes spread across many countries. I thank you. Was I being heard?
All right. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Alexander Tafia, for that wonderful speech. You've spoken very well, dear brother. We really appreciate you. And of course, Africa must support GCV, and that is quite informative and also a great and wonderful speech you have out there. At this point, I will call upon my co-host, Chief Abiola, to help us in reading out the speech of the next speaker. Please, Mr. Abiola, I don't know if you're there. Please go ahead.
Actually, yeah, I'm here. Actually, the next speaker here is Kangabo Albert. Is Kangabo Albert here? Kangabo Albert. Because it seems that there was a kind of repetition at the third and fourth. Yeah, you are here. Go ahead, my brother.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You can go ahead. Mr. Albert, you can go ahead. Is that Mr. Albert?
Mr. Alexander Chigodo, I don't know. Your mic is open. Are you the next speaker? If you are not the next speaker, then I'm going to have to mute you. So please, let's go to the next person. He's not following us. So I'm going to mute you now, Alexander Chigodo. So please call on the next speaker, please.
Kangabo Albert, please, you have the mic on. Go ahead.
Hey, thank you very much.
If Mr. Kangabo, if you haven't get maybe if you're having some internet problem, perhaps we move to the sixth person, Mr. Tresor, so that for you to get your internet being solved, because we don't have much time. Based on our time here, we can't wait too much. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm
okay,
here.
Yeah, it's better we go to the next person. Okay.
Okay.
So Mr. Tresor Kasera, please, all the way from Republic Democratic of Congo, Central African countries. So please, Mr. Tresor Kasera, you can go ahead. The floor is yours. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Davide. Thank you, Mr. Ianda. But I will go to speak my speech in French to make very understand my community because they are speaking French.
Please go ahead.
Je
Please
disais,
go ahead.
merci beaucoup, cher administrateur de la conférence, cher Davidi et cher Ianda. Je vais tout droit aller, je vais me parler en français pour essayer d'expliquer ma communauté parce qu'elle comprend mieux le français que l'anglais, la majorité. Je suis Tresor Kasereka, africain de la nationalité congolaise, l'homme passionné dans l'utilisation des crypto-monnaies. Je suis un ingénieur en électromécanique et robotique des machines modernes. spécialiste dans les démontages et montage des machines modernes. Je vais tout droit commencer avec mon discours. Chers ambassadeurs, bonjour, bonsoir, bonne soirée, bon après-midi, chacun dans les milieux où il se trouve. Nous n'allons pas oublier de saluer notre initiateur du projet P-Network, Monsieur le docteur Nicolas et son équipe technique. Nos salutations s'adressent aussi à notre chère ambassadrice Doris qui nous soutient dans l'éducation GCV. Nous saluons aussi notre ambassadeur GCV en Chine, M. Daniel, qui est notre directeur du comité de développement par unité de commerce international GCV Group. Nos salutations s'adressent à notre cher ambassadeur GCV Africa, M. Olivia Ndatimana, qui nous accompagne dans la LIT. Sans oublier d'autres ambassadeurs de pays africains et tous les pionniers qui sont en train de nous suivre maintenant même sur différents canaux comme Facebook, YouTube, qui soutiennent la cause noble qui est le GCV, 314 159 $ par pi. Nous allons directement attaquer notre objectif du jour qui parle du discours sur la conférence de GCV Afrique et il y a comme thème mise à jour de l'écosystème des échanges et des marchés et coopération commerciale bilatérale, unilatérale et multilatérale pour le succès de la valeur des consensus mondial. Pour comprendre le thème en question, il faut savoir et avoir une idée par rapport à quelques termes qui ont été utilisés dans notre thème du jour. Je vais aller et en parler, je vais expliquer quelques thèmes. Ça sera le thème de mon discours. En particulier, ce discours va beaucoup plus parler de l'éducation par rapport à notre thème pour voir si ça peut nous aider dans ce que nous sommes en train de rechercher, qui est le soutien de GCV. Qu'est-ce que la coopération multilatérale? La coopération multilatérale est l'expression de la solidarité internationale qui s'est développée depuis 1945 pour tenter d'apporter des solutions aux problèmes de développement et de la pauvreté. Certaines organisations ont un rôle politique, d'autres ont un rôle surtout économique, social et financier. Ça, c'est de la part de la coopération bilatérale. Qu'est-ce que la collaboration? C'était la collaboration multilatérale, je m'excuse. Qu'est-ce que la collaboration bilatérale maintenant? Une coopération bilatérale est une assistance mutuelle et complémentaire entre deux États souverains. Elle est régie par un traité qui comporte des accords dans plusieurs domaines économiques, financiers, techniques et culturels. Généralement, elle se fait entre les pays riches et les pays pauvres. Qu'est-ce qu'une coopération unilatérale? Une coopération unilatérale, c'est une coopération qui est le fait d'un seul, qui n'engage qu'une seule des parties en présence sans qu'il y ait réciprocité. Donc, ce sont les accords commerciaux unilatéraux, sont des préférences commerciales unilatérales et non réciproques accordées par les pays développés aux pays en développement, dans le but de les aider à accroître leurs exportations et stimuler le développement. Je crois que si nous avons une idée par rapport à ces trois phrases qui nous ont été données dans notre thème, on aura une idée. Ayant une idée sur le thème, nous pouvons maintenant nous demander à quoi ça nous sera utile pour le succès de la valeur consensuelle GCV. Nous allons comprendre que ça sera grâce à la mise en pratique des échanges de biens et services entre nous, les pionniers, et cela se justifie par les différents commerces qui peuvent être nationaux ou internationaux. Ici, nous allons parler du commerce à l'international, car c'est elle qui semble être difficile et un peu compliquée. Qu'est-ce qu'il faut savoir du commerce international? Le commerce international comprend tous les échanges commerciaux des marchandises et des services entre des pays étrangers. Il peut agir sur toutes les activités de production, de commercialisation, d'exportation ou encore d'importation. Quels sont les enjeux autour du commerce international? Le commerce international est lié à la mondialisation qui n'a eu de cesser de faire évoluer notre société et les échanges commerciaux entre pays. La mondialisation est un processus historique résultant de l'innovation formulée par les humains et des progrès techniques et scientifiques entraînant une interdépendance des pays. Ce processus d'ouverture sur un marché mondial correspond à un libre-échange des économies nationales, des capitaux, des services, des marchandises, des humains, des techniques et de l'information. Maintenant, quels sont les indicateurs mesurés dans le commerce international? Le commerce international peut se mesurer à l'aide de flux d'exportation et d'importation de services et de marchandises, que ce soit entre différents pays ou bien entre des zones géographiques. Lorsque l'on travaille dans le commerce international, certains indicateurs peuvent permettre de mesurer l'évolution des marchés comme les prix des matières premières du secteur concerné, les coûts de transport terrestre, maritime et aérien, l'évolution des taxes aussi. Quelles formations pour faire du commerce international? Comme je vous ai dit dans mon discours, je vais essayer un peu de faire quelques clartés par rapport à quelques termes que nous utilisons beaucoup plus dans le commerce, afin de comprendre c'est quoi le commerce international qui pourrait nous aider dans l'avenir pour soutenir notre but qui est le soutien, le GCV. Quelle formation peut faire du commerce international? Afin de se destiné à une carrière dans le commerce international, il convient de réaliser des études qui permettent de comprendre au mieux les enjeux internationaux, d'étudier les langues étrangères et d'appréhender les concepts de l'organisation d'une entreprise et du monde économique dans lequel les sociétés évoluent. La mission principale de l'école est de former des managers internationaux responsables et capables de s'adapter à la complexité croissante des organisations et de l'environnement. C'est ce que doit avoir au moins quelqu'un qui doit faire le commerce et il doit être formé dans ce domaine. Quel métier peut-on faire dans le commerce international? Les métiers ou le travail que celui qui entreprend dans le commerce international, ces métiers sont larges. Donc, celui qui fait le commerce international peut se destiner à une carrière en tant que directeur commercial, chargé d'impôts, export, responsable de marketing, chef de projet, développement commercial, responsable des affaires internationales, ou il peut même être un courtier. Maintenant, quels sont les principaux avantages du commerce international? Parce qu'avant de se lancer dans n'importe quel commerce, il faut d'abord savoir les avantages et les inconvénients. Les avantages du commerce international sont la croissance économique, ouverture sur le monde et diversification et de l'innovation, renforcement des relations internationales, l'importance de la durabilité, préparer les leaders de demain. Le commerce international représente une réelle opportunité pour les entreprises. Il favorise la croissance économique en exploitant les avantages comparatifs de chaque pays et permet aux entreprises d'accéder à des marchés plus vastes, ce qui élargit leurs opportunités. Nous allons maintenant voir les inconvénients du commerce international. Quels sont les impacts négatifs du commerce international? De plus, la liberté du commerce peut exacerber l'exploitation du travail et les violations des droits de l'homme dans certaines industries et régions. Il peut amener un déséquilibre commercial et inégal. Le commerce international peut exacerber les inégalités économiques entre les nations. Les pays développés en bénéficient souvent davantage que les pays en développement. Ce sont là les inconvénients. Et en fait, le libre-échange permet une baisse des prix favorable aux consommateurs. Il ne fait nul doute que le protectionnisme porte préjudice aux consommateurs des pays pauvres. D'un côté, il augmente le prix des produits importés et d'un autre côté, il permet aux producteurs nationaux d'augmenter aussi leurs prix. Maintenant, qui sont les perdants dans le commerce international? Les acheteurs et les vendeurs négocient parce que tous deux bénéficient des transactions normalement. Les tiers doivent toutefois être pris en compte car certains sont moins bien lotis par le commerce international. Les perdants les plus évidents sont les entreprises qui vendent des produits qui ne peuvent pas rivaliser sur les marchés mondiaux. Maintenant, nous allons voir les problèmes qui sont liés dans le commerce international. Un obstacle au commerce inclut tout ce qui rend l'échange des marchandises et des services plus difficile entre deux pays. Les obstacles au commerce peuvent être des obstacles qui sont financiers, comme les tarifs, ou techniques telles que les lois, les règlements, les normes, de même que les procédures d'essai et de certification. Nous allons parler aussi des risques qui sont liés au commerce international. Ici, je suis en train d'expliquer quelques termes ou de donner quelques clartés par rapport au commerce international. Quels sont les risques liés au commerce international? Les risques nés des opérations de commerce international peuvent comprendre des risques comme les risques économiques, des risques politiques, des risques commerciaux, des risques d'échange et d'autres risques comme les risques culturels et environnementaux. Maintenant, nous allons voir les qualités pour travailler dans le commerce international. Parce qu'il faut avoir quelques qualités pour arriver à faire le commerce qui est international. Les compétences et qualités possédées pour travailler à l'international sont: exercer un métier en commerce international requiert de savoir-faire et de savoir-être particulier. Comme pour tous les métiers du commerce, le leadership et un sens aiguisé de la négociation commerciale sont prérequis et indispensables pour arriver à faire le commerce international. Pourquoi se lancer dans le commerce international? En plus, les bénéficiaires d'un secteur porteur et en constante évolution, se lancer dans le commerce vous offre de nombreuses opportunités. Vous allez travailler votre image de marque, toucher une nouvelle clientèle. Yeah, I want to finish, please. Yeah, I want to finish, please. Notamment, si vous êtes une marque qui dispose d'une boutique physique, comment réussir sa carrière dans le commerce international? Choisissez judicieusement votre cursus et l'établissement de formation. Cela peut vous aider à bien accroître ou à participer dans le commerce qui est international. Ayant une idée sur le commerce international, nous pouvons alors penser à l'utilisation de l'avenir, car actuellement, je conseille toujours aux pionniers de se familiariser au commerce, d'abord dans leur pays respectif, car elle est simple et ne demande pas beaucoup de choses, surtout dans cette période avant Open Mainnet. Mais pour réussir à maximiser plus de transactions GCV, car c'est notre objectif, nous pouvons choisir de pratiquer un marché gagnant-gagnant qui est celui des marchés de 50-50. Et pourquoi devons-nous soutenir l'idée de faire les trocs 50-50? C'est pour permettre d'éviter aux commerçants de tomber en faillite, et surtout qu'ils ont les problèmes de loyer, taxes, impôts, paiement des employés, et tous les problèmes doivent être résolus en fiat pour le moment, car jusque-là, il y en a ceux qui n'acceptent pas pire. Et cela va même être ouvert, mais aussi cette méthode d'accepter les paiements en pi 50-50 ou en fiat, ça permet aux commerçants de se ravitailler encore les marchandises à leurs fournisseurs qui n'acceptent pas pi. Je dirais que c'est vraiment un avantage dans des côtés. Tous, nous allons réussir, tous vers la liberté financière, tous vers la victoire, tous pour soutenir un prix unique de 314 159 $, tous pour le soutien de GCV. Que Dieu bénisse l'Afrique et tous les continents du monde entier. Je suis Tresor Kasereka, ambassadeur GCV en Afrique centrale. Merci, je vous remercie. Thank you, Mr. David.
OK, merci bien. Merci bien, cher Tresor Kasereka, depuis la République démocratique du Congo. Voilà, c'est l'ambassadeur du Central Africa. Alors, donc, pour ne pas perdre le temps encore, nous allons, right now, yeah?
S'il vous plaît, est-ce que c'est Albert Kagao? Maintenant, j'ai la connexion. Est-ce que je peux parler?
OK, vous allez parler. On va revenir sur vous maintenant. OK.
Oh,
alors,
merci beaucoup.
OK, alors, without wasting much time, Albert Kangabo said that he wants to link to his, to his speech right now. So we are going to give him 5 minutes to express himself. So go ahead, Monsieur Albert Kangabo, vous avez la parole. 5 minutes, merci.
Thank you very much. I'm Albert Kagabo, East African GCV Regional Manager. I have my presentation is about East Africa. Dear family of GCV leaders in Africa and around the world, it's a real pleasure for me to make a presentation to the Pi Network community on behalf of the East African region. I'm very grateful for GCV Global Leadership represented by Ambassador Doris Yin, and GCV's leadership in Africa, in China, represented by Ambassador Olivia Ndatiman and Daniel. With the hard work and the contribution of GCV representatives by continents, regions, and countries, the Pi Network community would not be as united, active, and well-educated as it is today on the conceptual value of Pi. Just now, the subject currently occupying the Africa branch is exchange and the market ecosystem updates and the bilateral, unilateral, multilateral trade cooperation for global consensus value success. The theme comes at the right time. Africa must be up to date to cooperate in trade, exchange, and conquer bilateral, unilateral, and multilateral markets through the Pi network ecosystem while ensuring the success of GCV. To my understanding, the question that arises today concerns the commercial offer of East Africa in particular, and all African reality art in the production and trade of goods in the world is very marginal. Africa, the least developed continent on the planet, accounts for only 3% of the world trades. On the edge of the technological revolution, Africa needs to wake up and to do things differently, locally and globally. As the second largest holder of Pi digital currency in the world, it can no longer afford to be excluded from globalization. The future of the global economy depends on Africa. To date, our continent has the youngest population in the world, with 70% under the age of 13. Among this population is a large community of young pioneers, as ordinary people who now have an opportunity for transformation of their lives of the household, of the communities, and diversification of exports in East Africa and the continent and in intra-trade, country trade. Provided that this generation is fully empowered by itself to realize its full potential and that it seizes opportunity for work and innovation. Pi Network's digital infrastructure, PiNet digital infrastructure offers huge opportunities for investment, business cooperation, market, and exchange. My fear is that at the open minute, this community of Africa will be tempted to spend its hard-won resources by mining, procuring consumer and regional goods more than productive goods that can catalyze Africa's industrialization. The other part of the developed world that produce manufactured goods will exchange their goods for our digital assets in such a way that in the long run, Africa will be stripped of them without reversing the trend. In the meantime, Pi will increase considerably in value. With this presentation, I recommend the regional leaders of Pi Network to agree with us under the supervision of our GCV ambassador representing Africa. On proposed transition plan for stage plan before and after open minute, which had meet the expectation of the 5 parts of Africa. This proposed plan should be respectful on the consensus value of Pi. Africa has a huge interest in owning a good digital currency with high value. Since the existence of fiat money, African local currencies have been worthless in exchange, which shifts the dominant power of the world in a permanent search for sources of their own worth in Africa, to the detriment of Africa. To finish my speech, I humbly ask the regional GCV leaders in Africa in general and the GCV country managers in East Africa in particular to hear my voice in order to gradually constitute as in a study committee of the side transition plan, including the chronogram of activities. Counting on your kind attention. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The next person, without wasting too much time, Maxi Victor, I can read in the comment section. The next person normally should be Mr. Marcel Dongo. That is the West African countries GCV ambassador from Burkina Faso. Are you there, Mr. Marcel Dongo? Are you there? Marcel Dongo, are you here? All right, Mr. Mazi, if Mr. Marcel
Dongo... Okay, well, I don't think Mr. Marcel Dongo has come on board, but I think the next person in line should be Mayas. I think Mayas from Yemen, Mr. Mayas. And he sent his audio. So what is going to happen? I'm going to have to play his audio. Then our lovely sister, Ms. Lumari, will help us read the translation. So I can go ahead and do that right now, okay? Because of our time.
Go ahead.
Good morning. Assalamu alaikum. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السيد دانيال مدير التجارة الدولية GCV مجتمع الصين. السيدة دوريسيان المعلمة الكبير لمجتمعات GCV العالمية. السادة رواد GCV باي نتورك مجتمعات دول أفريقيا الأعزاء. السيد أولوفي الممثل القطري GCV أفريقيا. أنقل لكم تهاني مجتمعات GCV باي نتورك العربية بمناسبة عقد مؤتمركم الأول الخاص بالتجارة الدولية GCV. أنا سعيد بحضوري معكم فعاليات هذا المؤتمر الذي يساهم في تعزيز ثقة التجار في مساهمات فريق GCV العالمي. إننا في التجارة الدولية GCV نعمل على الحفاظ على قيمة GCV 314,159 دولار أمريكي لكل واحد باي، والدعم المطلق للقيمة الرسمية لباي نتورك بعد إطلاق الشبكة الرئيسية في ديسمبر 2024. لقد لاحظنا هشاشة مشاريع النظام البيئي التي تساهم في تدهور قيمة باي السوقية، والذين يتركون إطلاق قيمة باي للبائع والمشتري، الذين يجهلون قيمة ما يملكون من عملات باي، ويسمحون لعمليات الوهمية الخاصة بالسوق السوداء بالعرض والطلب، ويتركون ساحة التطبيقات مرتع لمثل هذه العمليات التي تساهم في تنظيف سجلات الرواد المساهمين في دعم السوق السوداء. وهذا يجعلنا ملزمون بالمضي قدما في عمليات التجارة الدولية GCV. كما أستغل هذا الحدث لتهنئة مجتمعات GCV في ساحل العاج تنزانيا في تقدمهم الملحوظ في دعم عمليات المقايضة للبضائع مقابل باي نتورك بقيمة GCV، وعلى رأسهم السيد أبو الله شريف ليندا. وأهنئكم جميعا بخلو مجتمعاتكم من رحيق السوق السوداء الذي يمثل العدو اللدود لكل رواد باي نتورك في جميع دول العالم. إننا في المجتمعات العربية GCV باي نتورك نتطلع للحاق بكم بالبدء في ترتيب عمليات التجارة الدولية GCV بترتيب أعمال مؤتمر عربي مماثل للتجارة الدولية GCV خلال الأشهر القادمة. إننا في فريق GCV العالمي نتقدم بخطوات مدروسة في إحداث تغيير وتعليم وتثقيف الرواد على مستوى العالم، وهذا بفضل الله أولا، وبفضل السيدة دوريسيان وجميع أعضاء فريق GCV العالمي. أتمنى لكل مجتمعات GCV باي نتورك العالمية التقدم والازدهار ودوام المحافظة على قيمة GCV 314,159 دولار أمريكي لكل واحد باي عالميا. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. محدثكم مياس علي.
Hello.
All right, thank you. That is from our GCV Global Ambassador all the way from Yemen, Mr. Mayes Ali. That was his speech. So I'm going to call upon our sister, lovely leader all the way from Philippines, Ms. Lumari, our ambassador, global ambassador all the way from Philippines. So please help us to read the interpretation in English. God bless you.
Thank you, Mazi. Hello. In the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful, peace be upon you. Mr. Daniel, Director of International Trade, GCV China Community. Ms. Doris Yan, Grand Master of GCV Global Communities. Dear GCV Pi Network, we have noticed the fragility of the ecosystem projects that contribute to the deterioration of the Pi Network market value, and who leave the release of the Pi value to the seller and buyer who are ignorant of the value of the Pi coin they own and allow the fake operations of the black market to be displayed and leave the application arena a breeding ground for such operation that contribute to cleaning the records of the pioneers contributing to the block market. This makes us obligated to move forward with the International Trade Operations GCV. I also take advantage of this event to congratulate the GCV communities in Ivory Coast and Tanzania on the remarkable progress in supporting the barter operations for goods and commodities against the Pi Network with the value of GCV headed by Mr. Aviola Sharif Lianda. I congratulate you all for the freedom of their communities from the nectar of the black market, which represents the archenemy of all Pi Network pioneers in all countries of the world. We in the Arab communities, GCB Pi Network, look forward to joining you in starting to arrange the international trade operations. GCV by arranging a similar Arab conference for international trade, GCV, in the coming months. We, the global GCB team, are taking deliberate steps to make a difference, educate and inform leaders around the world. Thanks to God, Ms. Doris and all the members of the global GCV team. We wish all the global GCV Pi Network communities progress and prosperity and always maintain the value of GCV 314159 globally. Thank you very much to all attendees and to all the listeners and those interested in supporting the global GCB team. Your speaker is Mayas Ali. Thank you. Over to you, Mr. Mazi.
All right, thank you very much, our beloved and wonderful sister, for helping us to read that translation of that wonderful speech. Of course, once again, want to thank you, Mr. Mayas Ali, all the way from Yemen. I hope you extend our heartfelt regards to the Arab community. So thank you very much. So over to you, Mr. Abiola. Please go ahead and bring up the next speaker.
Okay, right now the next speaker is Mr. Ado from Niger, but unfortunately he is not around with us here. Then I'm going to read, if time is being permitted, I'm going to read his own speech here. Then we'll move to the next person. Okay, to start, chers conférenciers et leaders puis de l'Afrique et du monde entier. Tout le plaisir est pour moi de prendre la parole en ce samedi 17 août 2024 pour apporter ma contribution à cette importante conférence, dont le thème s'intitule Mise à jour de l'écosystème des échanges et des marchés et coopération commerciale bilatérale, unilatérale et multilatérale pour une valeur de consensus mondial. Voici une mise à jour sur les développements de l'écosystème des échanges et de la coopération commerciale autour du réseau PI en 2024, avec un focus particulier sur l'initiative GCV, Global Consensus Value, coopération commerciale bilatérale. Le réseau PI a conclu de nouveaux partenariats bilatéraux avec des entreprises et des plateformes dans plusieurs pays, permettant l'intégration du PI comme moyen de paiement et d'échange de valeurs. Des accords d'interopérabilité ont été signés avec des bourses de crypto-monnaies, facilitant les échanges transfrontaliers du PI. Initiative unilatérale. Certains pays ont mis en place des réglementations favorables au développement du PI, avec des incitations fiscales et des facilités réglementaires pour les entreprises qui l'utilisant. Des projets pilotes impliquant le PI ont été lancés dans des secteurs comme les paiements mobiles, la microfinance et l'économie circulaire, avec le soutien d'autorités nationales. Coopération commerciale multilatérale et l'initiative GCV. Le réseau PI a joué un rôle actif dans les discussions sur la réglementation des crypto-monnaies au sein d'organisations internationales comme le G20 et le GAFI. Une initiative majeure appelée Global Consensus Value, GCV en parenthèse, a été lancée en 2021 avec la participation du réseau PI et d'autres acteurs clés de l'écosystème crypto. L'objectif du GCV est de définir un cadre international de valeurs et d'échanges consensuels pour les crypto-monnaies, en s'appuyant sur des principes de stabilité, de transparence et de durabilité. Le réseau PI a contribué activement à l'élaboration des principes et des mécanismes du GCV visant à faire du PI une crypto-monnaie compatible avec ce nouveau standard mondial. Des États ont adhéré à l'initiative GCV, s'engageant à adopter des réglementations alignées sur ce cadre de référence pour les crypto-monnaies. Ces différentes initiatives témoignent des efforts du réseau PI pour s'intégrer de manière progressive et durable dans l'écosystème commercial mondial. L'accent mis sur la coopération multilatérale avec l'initiative GCV vise à positionner le PI comme une monnaie, c'est-à-dire une crypto-monnaie fiable et compatible avec un système d'échange international renouvelé. Cependant, des défis persistent en termes d'adoption à grande échelle et de confiance des utilisateurs. Le succès du PI dépendra de sa capacité à convaincre les acteurs clés de l'écosystème de sa valeur ajoutée dans un contexte d'évolution rapide des monnaies numériques. C'était le leader Ado Bajida Abdourahmane, ambassadeur GCV du Niger, membre de la GCV Core Team. Je vous remercie. That was his speech from Mr. Ado Bajida, that is Bajida Abdourahmane from Niger. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, my wonderful colleague. Can you please help us do a little bit of summary in English so that the English community can understand what he was saying? Thank you.
All right. Okay. Well, the man here was just in his summary, Mr. Ado Bajidat Abdourahmane from Niger asked to let us know those different initiatives that has been carried on since 2021. Let's talk about the G20 summit that was done recently, and also he made mention of Gafi. These conferences that they have been held all the while was to make sure that today we get an environment where cryptocurrency can mingle and can dwell freely. So he let us know that while cooperating not only in our community but in global community, we are to make Pi network being known by all people around the world. Then he also let us know that we need to come ends to ends and make sure that we have a transparency. I wanted to say transparency in what we are doing, because Pi has come to actually bring a lot of things that will definitely make the circulating of cryptocurrency around the world being fluid. Fluent. So that is in summary what Mr. Ado said, and he also thanks all the corporation, all the GCV ambassadors here, what we have been doing all the way till today. So that was his summary. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, our beloved brother, and also our GCV leader all the way from Niger. So, okay, right. So we have Mr. Elliot Chisumba, the speaker all the way from Zimbabwe. So please, if you can make it just 3 minutes because of time, we are almost rounding up. So please, Mr. Elliot Chisumba, are you there? If you are there, the floor is yours. Can you quickly just summarize your speech so that we can start drawing the curtain? Mr. Elliot Chisumba, are you there?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm around. Sorry. My network is a bit of a problem.
Okay, please go
I
ahead.
hope you are hearing me well.
Right. Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Go ahead. We can hear you. Please go ahead.
Hello?
Okay, it seems like your network is a little bit fluctuating, so you can't hear us. So please,
Hello,
we might
can you hear me?
We can hear you, but you can't hear us. So please, we might have to continue. Okay. I'm sorry about that. We didn't have much time. So at this juncture, we have come. Okay. Yeah, our grand ambassador, Ms. Doris. I think this is the moment she would have given us the word of admonition, and also before that, I think. Okay, yes. I will call on the global our grand ambassador, Ms. Doris, to give us a little word of encouragement. Then before I call upon Mr. Oliver Ndatimana to give a word of thanks. Thank you very much. So our global GCV ambassador, Ms. Doris, are you there? Thank you.
Hello. Thank you so much, everyone. All of our excellent Africa GCV ambassadors and leaders, and our excellent leader, Mr. Olivia. And also thanks to all of our global GCV ambassador, Mr. Daniel and Mr. Ali Mayes, to be guest speaker here. Actually, in my speech, I talk about what is our next step in global GCV movement. So actually we're doing right now. And I always think the education is very important. So I just want to say what's the reason we have been delayed actually for in-close management. It's almost 3 years already, right? You remember in 2021 December, in our white paper, it said the open management will be 2022, the Pi Day or Pi 2 Day or in later. So actually at that time, core team didn't expect so long time. So what's the reason? Have you think about? So this is the reason I think the education is a priority. The next thing is, as we said, after this year, Pi 2 Day, actually core team has acknowledged we are on the right track. I believe this is referred to our GCV community, the achievement. So if you look around, you didn't see any community work so hard. We have our barter, we have our education system, and we do a lot of blockchain record for GCV price. So during the 6 months before Pi 2 Day, actually we have the total the record of blockchain, I believe, is more than 1 million already, because from Philippines at that time is more than 800,000. So, and also we add like Malaysia has 200,000. So this has been 1 million already. This is a great achievement. And also we can add Africa countries and some other Asian countries. We also do a lot of barter. So because of this, it reduced the risk of the open management. So this is the background. This is the foundation. Dr. Nicolas can say this year end, he expects the open management. The last date will be before next Pi 2 Day. So he just gave us, it's around 1 year. So why he cannot say fix on this year end? Because from my point of view, I think this is because ecosystem is not very strong. We can see that we really create a lot of the barter data, but most is coming from our pioneers or our leaders. They buy the product, they sacrifice a lot. But next step is real ecosystem. So that means we need to do more education and promotion. We attract more merchants to come here. And we provide the strategy is they can use partial Pi payment. So this is benefit for the merchant. And actually I can see many countries doing very well, like Philippines from Ms. Numari and Malaysia, Indonesia, and some we have many very good Africa leaders. They use this strategy. And from this almost 2 months, I think it's 1.5 months, the experience, we can see many merchants has been motivated. And right now I have spent much time in Chinese community because Chinese community is very strong. They have a lot of merchants. They used to do a lot of barter before, but because at that time they use a lot of very high value product, many merchants they cannot support anymore. You know why? Because all of the business they need fiat currency, so they cannot support. That's why right now we want to wake them up. Then they join with us. After Chinese merchant they be active, we can see very big progress in the near future. We can give us the time, it's like 4 months. So how about our Africa community? I know this conference is focused on the international trade, bilateral or multilateral, the trade. As I said, this will spend a lot of time, and this is not our pioneers or leaders has this qualification. But of course, if you can have this connection in your community, you can find this kind of importer or exporter. Of course, you can go ahead because we have Mr. Daniel can handle it very well. He has the Hong Kong GCV, the group already. They can provide a lot of service. And because he works in Chinese community, he has a lot of connects. So this is our task, but this is not priority. Priority is our local, because our local merchant, everyone can do that. For example, I have a coffee shop. Yeah, I want more customers come here. So when we give them exposure to public, then the brand will know everywhere. So they can attract more customers. Of course, customers means include pioneers also, because they need to pay fiat currency. So in that way, I can see a lot of merchants they contact us in Chinese community every day. A lot of merchants contact with us because they think this is a benefit for them. So I just want to change our leaders or our pioneers' mindset, because this is not inclusive management time, is not to harvest time, because we're still working on that. But if we request the merchant give us 100% pie payment, the merchant will run away. For example, you are a merchant. If someone asks you, I will just pay you pie, but you need to pay your materials, your rent, everything. You need to pay fiat currency. How will you do? You will evade. You'll run away, right? Because you don't want to bankrupt. So we must consider this special situation during inclusive management, because they cannot exchange to fiat currency, but they need to pay their cost in fiat currency. So that's why our strategy is benefit both of us, our merchant and the pioneers. How about the pioneers? Pioneers need to buy a lot of things, grocery every month. So how about change to inside our community? So in this way, I'm sure we will build a very strong ecosystem. And this ecosystem is very important, because after open management, we need that. For example, core team allow us open management. And also we support GCV. They confirm GCV price is okay. But how about the pioneers? They cannot find a place to use the pie. They can only have place to exchange, to sell in the exchange market. If a lot of pioneers try to sell, the price will drop down, even though core team said the price is this, but no, we cannot stop the pioneers because they want to sell. So this is very important. We need to focus on our local ecosystem development. So this is today's my speech. I want to address this, and I hope all of our Africa GCV ambassadors united together, pay attention to education and ecosystem development. Thank you so much. This is my conclusion of my speech.
Okay, thank you so much, our lovely Grand Commander, Ms. Doris, for that wonderful conclusion and the word of admonition. So we really appreciate you. And we cannot go without also giving opportunity to Ms. Marie, who has been doing a very wonderful job, in all her tenacious efforts in keeping the Philippine GCV community, updated, and also engaging in so many butter. We can see all that, and we are retweeting and following everything she does. So, Ms. Lumari, please, if you may, please go ahead and chip in one or two things before we conclude. Thank you so much. And we are not forgetting Miss Noni Baja TV. We saw her here. I think you also want to say one or two things. So please, Ms. Lumari, go ahead. Thank you so much.
Hi, thank you for the opportunity. I did not prepare a speech, but I agree.
No, not a speech, just a word of admonition, please. Not a speech,
Okay,
ma'am.
sure.
Word of admonition. Thank you.
Sure. I agree with Miss Doris with her conclusion. Yeah, I agree with her. It is very crucial that we build strong ecosystem by finding merchants in our area, in our own in our own locality. It's very important because when we can invite merchants and accept pie, there will be this mass adoption. We want a mass adoption, correct? So it is very crucial that we share pie to merchants in our area. Earlier, I read a message on Twitter. It says, he's like complaining, it's far, far, far away. I told him he can share pie in his area if he wants merchants not to be far away. He can share the pie in his area. All of us can really do our part because we play a big role here. All of us, we're not just customers. We should do our part by bringing merchants. Like in the Philippines, all our GCV ambassadors, we have this target, like 1 merchants a day, and we have like 40 ambassadors. So all of them will talk to 1 merchants a day. I think it's not a tough job. You'll only look for 1 merchant, and there are a lot of merchants around, right? So let's try to look for merchants, talk to them, offer pie to these merchants, and present the advantage of why they will accept pie. Because if they will understand the advantages, they will not reject, they will not decline pie. They will embrace it. That's all. Hello?
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you so much, Ms. Lumari, for a wonderful word of admonition. We truly appreciate you, and we, of course, are seeing the great work you are doing in Philippines. So please keep it up. And of course, we in Africa, we are working together with you.
Yeah. And congratulations as well to Africa. Of course, you're doing a great job also.
Yes. So thank you so much. All right. My colleague, Mr. Abiola, would you want to give your speech, or should I go ahead and give mine before we bring in our leader, Mr. Oliver Latimana, to give?
Give yours. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think I'm getting a little bit of distraction here. Sorry, just give me a minute. All right, thank you very much. Yeah, let me use this opportunity to give my little speech. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and fellow pioneers and visionaries, Mas Victor, the GCV ambassador to Nigeria. Today, I want to talk to you about a revolutionary force that is charging the fabric of our world, Pi Network and GCV Leadership Corporation. Hence, this innovation is this innovative union is not just a partnership, but a beacon of hope for a brighter future. In a world where connections are the key to unlimited possibility, Pi Network and the GCV Corporation embodies the power of consensus relationship and the bilateral value. We are two entities come together strong and equal. We need to have a unilateral relationship where one guides and support the other, and also a multilateral relationship where diverse perspective unites all of us for a common goal, culminating into cross-border trade and economic prosperity. Through this relationship, we weave a tapestry of cooperation, fostering trust, understanding, and growth. Through Pi Network and the GCV Corporation, we can show each other greater love and understanding to achieve the impossible. Let us embrace this spirit of collaboration, for in unity lies the great and the unimaginable strength. Let us nurture this relationship, for in them we have hope for a brighter future. This is Mas Victor Onido, the GCV ambassador for Nigeria. Thank you very much. At a point in time, I'm going to hand over to you, Mr. Abiola, my co-host. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. We're not yet. We just say that we're not prepared for. I was not prepared for. A speech. Just that we needed to moderate the conference, and I think right now we have to hand over to Mr. Olivia, because we have normally we're supposed to spend all the 2 hours here, but we are close to 2 hours 30 minutes. So in the next 6 minutes later, we have to conclude this conference. So let's handle it to Mr. Olivia in that manner for his word of, as you said, conclusion and appreciation. So, Mr.
All right,
Olivia,
thank you very much.
All right.
Okay. All right. We'll call on our leader, Mr. Oliver Ndatima. Please, can you come and give a vote of thanks and conclusion? Thank you so much.
Okay. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Victor and Sheriff Yonda, for your good collaboration in our moderators in our conference today. So today it's my pleasure to meet with this conference. It's a very, very special conference as a GCV African leaders. So my speech today, so dear distinguished GCV friends, I can say that our journey in supporting GCV of $314 and $159,000 is in a good way in preventing the black market of pie in Africa. We are deeply committed to help our ecosystem as much as possible. Today, we are focusing extend to our cooperation between the markets of China and Africa. We had many chance to know that Pi Network is real money which can buy the goods in China with using 50% Pi coin and 50% fiat, with all supporting the GCV of $314 and $159,000 before open mainnet. Today in Africa, we have many GCV ambassadors have the capacity of dedicating the GCV everywhere for the young and older pioneers. And we are also so excited that many pioneers of after China, we are second a large number of many pioneers after China. That is the one of our strength and hard market that we have in Africa. As Africa GCV leadership, we founded the GCV campaign under the United GCV of Africa. This is our platform. We focus today to have our market as GCV Africans. On the initiative, we aimed to promote the GCV in a comprehensive and strategic manner to force its adoption and iteration within our community. We can be so excited that today, 34 GCV managers and ambassadors have been starting to breed their own market called Mall of Africa. This is market we collaborate also with the Ecological Development International Trade. After this, we had initiative to promote the Ecological Development International Trade every country. So I mean, today we have the group merchants which have a committee. That's the initiative we have to promote to every country in Africa. Today we have one GCV merchant committee in Rwanda, and very soon we strongly hope we have another committee in Africa or African country. Our efforts have been meticulously planned, and we have set ambitious targets and goals. One of our primary objectives is to hit at least 20 countries in Africa have the GCV Merchant Committee. Therefore, this will help our exchange and the market cooperation from China to Africa. To achieve this, we will have been actively engaged in regular barter events across our region in the Africa. Each region is equipped with dedicated GCV ambassador. We have strongly GCV ambassador who are tireless working toward the collective goals of promoting GCV, increasingly its adoption. Here we can say that like Western, Southern, Eastern, Central Africa, and North Africa countries, every region have excellent ambassador who can support our system that we have. Each region's target is to achieve at least the 50 excellent GCV ambassadors. You know, today we are recruiting the new ambassador in Africa. We have almost above 3 new ambassadors are in training. Each region target, so as we plan it, each region's target is to achieve at least the 50 excellent GCV ambassador. And we have strategically lined up that event with the aim of assuring that every country, every African we have the chance to have the currency slot and also migrate their wallet. Our dedication to this effort is unwavering, and our full committed to realizing our objective before opening mainnet. Thank you for your attention. This is Olivia Ndatiman, African GCV Ambassador. Thank you for your attention today, all of you. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, our great leader, and for that wonderful speech. You've spoken very well, and we really appreciate you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, this is where we draw the curtain for today's conference, and I hope you all have a wonderful. Thank you, our Grand GCV Commander, Ms. Doris Yin, for honoring our invitation, and I want to thank Ms. Lumari for coming. Mr. Daniel for coming. I want to thank Ms. Noni Paja TV and the rest of other colleagues of mine. I don't have enough time to mention names one after the other. I say God bless each and every one of you. We really appreciate you. We are going to achieve the greater goal than what we have already achieved. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you all.
Bless you all.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Thank you. Next time.
Bye-bye. Very soon, another conference.
God bless everyone.
Bye-bye. God bless
God bless you. God
everyone.
bless you.
Happy
Bye. See you.
weekend.
Yeah.
Have a
Yes,
good
together
rest.
we can.
Bye-bye from Zimbabwe. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye from Ivory Coast. Bye-bye, Sheriff Iyanda.
You are
Au
all
revoir.
invited to come to Zimbabwe soon. Please come to Zimbabwe soon.
Bye-bye from Zimbabwe. Bye-bye. Thank you. It was a nice conference. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
everyone. Bye-bye now.
Bye.